Welcome student in our e-learning platform. I am Abhilasha Singh and today I am going to start chapter 9 of class 7, that is using list and keyword in HTML5. So here are the content of this chapter. In this chapter we will cover these headings like list, type of list, list properties, tables, table property, and the last, that is the assignment question that you have to do by your own self. So let us start with our first heading, that is the introduction. In introduction we will learn about the definition of list. A list is the most efficient way of presenting information in a precise manner. We can take the example. Just like we are making the different type of the list in our daily life, as the same way we are making the list in HTML with the list feature, like list of items, list of key points for meeting, list making in restaurant, etc. Lists are divided into three parts like unordered list, ordered list, and the description list. So let us learn one by one with the help of these type of the list. In unordered list, it is used when the items are not be displayed in a particular manner. If you don't want to show your item in a particular manner, at that time we are using the unordered type of the list, like a list of stationery items like pen, eraser, pencil, clipboard, etc. It don't need any type of the sequence. For that time we are using the unordered type of the list. In this type of the list we are using UL and backward UL tag. Here UL stand for the unordered list, and we are knowing that whenever we are opening any type of the tag in HTML, it must be closed by the backward slash. One note is here, li tag is used to display the list of items containing any type of the list. Basically, li tag can be used in both type of the list, like unordered and ordered. Okay. Next, that is the ordered list. Ordered list is used to display the list of items in a specific order. If you want to show your item in a proper sequence or in a specific order, at that time we are using the order type list. Okay. In order type list we are using the OL tag. Here OL stands for the ordered list. We can take the example. In a recipe, if the steps are not demonstrated orderly, the end result would not be desired. For that time we need the order type or in ordered way. Okay. In ordered list we have some type of the attribute like start attribute, reserve attribute, and the type attribute. In start attribute, if you are writing start equal to 1, that means the number of ordered list will start from the 1. If you are using the reserve type of the attribute, and if you write start equal to 3 reserve, that means that number will start from 3 and should be in the decreasing order, like 3, 2, 1. Okay. Third, that is the type attribute. Type attribute specify the type of numbers or the bullet. It can be used in both type of the list, ordered and in order. By default, its value is 1 for the ordered list and this for the unordered list. If you are writing type equal to value between the undercodes, then if you are writing the disk in unordered, or you are writing the A for the ordered list. Okay. The next, that is the description list. Description list consists of a term followed by a definition. Basically, it is used for defining something in HTML. In definition list, we are using the DL tag. DL tag is used for the definition list. Okay. Within the DL tag, we use two type of the tag like the DT and the DD. DT tag is used for the definition term and the DD is used for the definition description. Means if you want to write some term in HTML in your web page, then you need DT tag for writing that term, and you want to write some definition for that term, you need the DD definition or DD description tag. Okay, so let us see with these things with the help of the codes. Okay, before seeing the codes, firstly we have to recall something about the HTML. How to open, how to write the code in HTML, how to save it, how to run it. Okay, so let us see. For writing the code in HTML, we need some text editor. For writing the code, I am using the Notepad editor. Okay, Notepad. For writing the code, I am opening the Notepad, then writing here some codes, then click on the save as, then write some name .html extension, because in HTML we are saving the file with .extension HTML to save the file. Okay, click on the save button, then your file will save in desktop. Okay, where you choose the location to save that file. Okay, for running that file, you want some browser for opening or for seeing the code of your HTML codes. Okay, for the result, I'm written here some codes here in HTML, like the here opening with the Notepad. Here are some codes for an unordered HTML list, ordered HTML list, and the description list. Okay, I'm showing you one by one all the output. Okay, for your detail. Okay, these are the code of the HTML description list. Before seeing the output, we have to know about for the running the document or HTML document, we need some browser for seeing the result, because HTML files are run on the browser. Okay, so let us see the outputs. Okay, firstly we have to see the output here. Here I am making some comments here, because I am writing all the codes for the ordered, unordered, and the description in one file. For showing these things, I am written with the comment tag, because if you are written these with these comment section, this will not show or not read by the browser. If you are writing something in a file, if you don't want to see, or if you don't want to display in a browser, then you have to put in these things within the comment section. If you put this thing in comment section, it will not read by the browser. Okay, so let us see one by one output of these things. Okay, first we cut this for seeing the output of unordered. Put this thing, make this section for the comment section. Okay, because we don't want to see this section, or we don't want to show this section in our result. Okay, now this section is under the comment section. Okay, now the browser will read these section only, because these are not under the comment section. For the unordered list, HTML codes are written with the UL tag, because in an unordered list UL tag are used, as we already know about it. Okay, here the some lists are here that will show in our browser when we run it on the browser. Okay, and this will start with the disk bullets, because by default unordered list will just show the bullet type of the list, because we are not specify any type of the list here. if you want to display any type here, then you have to write like this. Under the double quote, then you have to write here 1. If you have written here 1, then it will start from the A, B, C. Okay, then press Ctrl S, then minimize it and click on the ordered list. Then this will show like this. This is the output of the browser. Okay, this is the output of the unordered HTML list. For running any browser or for any file, you have to just double click on the file, then that will open in a browser. Okay, for seeing the next step or next program, here. Okay, now we want to see the output of the ordered list. Then we have to remove comment section from here, because browser will read from here. We want to show these section and the enable hide these section from here, because I have written all the codes for you in one file. Okay, now press Ctrl S, then these section of ordered list, only these code will read by the browser, because these codes are not in under the comment section. In ordered list, UL tag are used, as we already know. If in ordered list all the things are specified in a specific manner or in a specific sequence, as we already know, it will show here the type equal to A. If you specify change date 1 2, then it will show with 1 2 3. Now we can see the output. Press Ctrl S, then run the file. Minimize it. Of A, B, C. If you change with the 1 2 3, then it will start from 1 2 3. Okay. Now we can see the next type, that is the description type. Now again we have to remove this section from here, because we want to enable these things. Wait just a minute. Ctrl X for cutting from here. We want to make this section in a comment section. We'll put here. Now these are under the comment section. These all are under the comment section. Now only your browser will read only the description list code. We have to remove also this for enabling this. Okay, now your browser only read these sections, because these are not under the comment section. Okay, for seeing the output of this description list, describe the definition of the things. If you are writing what I said in the PPT, DL is used for the definition list, DT is used to defining the terms, and if you want to write some definition for that term, we have to write these things under the DT and within the DL tag. Means coffee, black or black hot drink. Means if anyone want the coffee, then he want the black hot drink. Okay, milk, white cold drink. Okay, now we can see the output of these code. Press Ctrl S to see the things. Then again run these things. Now you can see the output of the description. This is how you can see the output of description list. Okay, close all the browser. Now we are continuing with the next topic, that is the attributes or list property. Okay, now we are continuing with the list property. There are so many lists are there in HTML or in list. Let's start with the first list, that is the list style type. List style type is specify the bullet style that will be used in the type of the list item markup. Means if you want to specify something in list, then you have to write like this, then colon, then you have to put the value here. Okay, if you want to specify the type, then you can write here 1, A, B, C. It depends on you how you want to show it. Okay. If you want to go to the next thing, next type of the style, that is the list style image. In list style image, you can see here it is specified the properties of image in a marker. Okay. With the help of the style, you can show the image with the help of the syntax. You have to write like the list, style, type, then colon, then the value. In the value, you can write the URL here. You have, in place of the value, you can write the URL and put within the parenthesis, you have to write the path of that image. Then it will show in a output. If you are writing in a type, if you want this type or this attribute syntax will be used in both type of the list. It can be used in order type of the list, or it can be used in the unordered type of the list. Okay, next, that is the positioning. This type of the list or attribute list property, it is used to specify the position of the list type and marker. Like if you want to put the thing in left corner or the inside, then it will show in the left side, or outside meaning show in the right side. Okay, for the syntax of this list property, you have to write like this: list style type colon, then put the value here. You can, in the place of value, you can write it here inside, or you can write it here the outside. Okay. Now the last, that is this is the master type of the list property. You can say like this: master. With these you can specify the thing. It is a shorthand properties wherein all the list property can be specified in one declaration. With the help of this type of the list property, you can specify all the things within a single declaration. Like if you want to specify all the things in here, you have to write a list style type value. Within the value, after writing the value, press enter, then write where value equal to value of the list style type colon value of the style, then slash, then value of the list style image slash. With the help of the list style property, this list style type of property, you can declare all the properties, all the list properties within a single type of the list properties. Okay, for that this property we can set this as a master type of the property of the HTML. Okay, students, let's move to our next heading, that is the table. A table is an attractive way of presenting information in the form of rows and columns. Basically, it is a combination of rows and columns. It is the most popular on the web because they are flexible and attractive to show the information in the form of the rows and columns. Here are some advantages of table. First, it presents information or data in a comprehensive manner. It has ability to present all the information or the data in a comprehensive manner. It makes comparative analysis of data. Information is easier to read and quicker to evaluate. With the help of the table, you can easily see the things in that table in a quicker way. Okay, move to our next, that is how to create a table. For creating a table in HTML, we want table tag, because in HTML everything is just depend on the tags. For creating the table, we want the table tag. Okay, some tags are used to create the table, like tr, that is the table row. It is used to create a row in a table, and that must be inside the table tag. If you are creating a table in a HTML form, in HTML, then you need a table tag, and within the table tag you need, if you want to create a row, then you have to use the tr tag. Okay, next td, that is the table data. Okay, TD stands for the table data. It is used to enter the data in a table. Once the row is created in your table, then you need to enter the data in that field or in that cell. For entering the data, you need a TD tag. With the help of TD tag, you can enter the data in that table. Okay. Next, TH, that is the column heading. Basically, it is used to specify the column heading. Once the table or row is created and you want to make some heading in that table, for creating that heading you need to this tag, that is the TH tag. Caption, if you want some title for your table, then you need the caption tag. Okay, we will see all these with the help of the program. Let's see the program. Here is the table is created. In this program, we used different type of tag that are used for creating a table. Here you can see these are the things which you already learned, that is the HTML body table. Okay, then we will start learning from here. Okay. For creating the table, what I said to you, for creating a table you need a table tag. Okay, for creating a table what we need a table tag. Once the table tag is opened, then if you want to make some heading there, then you can make the heading like this. Otherwise you can also use the caption here for making the heading in your table. Okay, you can also use the caption tag here in place of the H1. It can be also used in place of the H1 for making the heading for your table. Okay, once you open the table and you want to create the row, then you have to open the TR tag, or you have to write the TR tag. Why we are using the TR? For creating the row in your table. You want to create a table or you want to create a row, then you have to make some heading. For heading, you have to use the TH. Always TH is inside the TR tag. Okay, because it always come under the table row. For creating the headings, we are using the TH tag, and these are the heading of the tables. Okay, next, then once you open the TR tag, then it must be closed. Okay, then once your headings are created, rows are created, then you want to enter some data in the table. For entering the data in a row, then you have to write like this. How we are writing? Firstly, we have to open the TR, that is the table row. In table row, you want to enter the data. Then you have to write the TD tag. TD tag is used to table data. It is used to enter the data in that table. This is the Jill. First name, that is the Jill. Second name, last name is the Smith, and the age, that is the 50. This is the way to enter the data in your table. Now you want to enter the another row or the another data in next row, then you have to write like this, and this is the way to enter the data, or how this is the way to create the table in HTML. Now we will see the output of this program. Okay, this program is already saved, then we just need to run it. Okay, what we have to do, we have to just go to the program, then see the table. Okay, here's the table, then just run it. Then you can see here is the example. This is the program. Here you can see this is the program, and this is the output of your program. This is the heading that you enter the data on the heading TH tag, that will be the heading per, and this is the data you enter in that table. This is the Jill, Smith, and this. Like this you can create the table. Okay, now students, let's move to our next heading, that is the properties of table. Okay, in this, firstly we will see all the property, then we will see in practical way. Okay, firstly we will learn all the about the properties. First property is the border. These properties help to specify the border style and the border color of your table and its cell. With the help of this, you can set the border in your table, horizontal or the vertical alignment. This property is used to set the alignment of your text, okay, within the table. With the help of this, you can arrange the text in left side, right side, center, top, bottom, middle. Okay. Next, that is the hover. This property is enable or highlight the text table cell, row or column with a specified color. Once you use the hover, it is shows with the help of the highlighted way in a specific color. Okay. Once you move the mouse over it. Okay. Next, that is the table layout. With the help of the table layout, this is you can use to set the layout for a table. Basically, table layout is used for arranging the text in a table. It can be like the auto, it can be like a fixed, or it can be like the initial. Okay, I will show all these things in a practical view. Okay. Next, that is the border spacing. Basically, border spacing is used to specify the distance between the border of the adjacent cell. Okay, with the help of the border spacing, you can make the cell within the in a specific spacing. Okay, in a specific space. Border collapse. With the help of the border collapse, you can overlap the border into one border to another border. Okay, with the help of it, you can collapse into a single border or detached. Okay. Caption side specify the placement of the table caption. Okay. Next, that is the empty cell. Empty cell, this property help in specify whether or not the border and the background or not to be the place under the empty cell in our table. Okay. Next, that is the height and width. With the help of the height and width, you can set the height of width of the table. Okay. Next, that is the padding. This property helps in specify the space between the border and the content in a cell. Basically, it can be also like the setting the border. With the help of the padding, you can specify the distance between the border and the content of the table. With the help of this padding, you can specify the space between these two things, border and the content. Okay. Now we can see the practical view of this. Okay. Now we are again opening the table program. Then we are creating all the things in this. Okay. Let's see how to set the background color. Okay. For setting the background color, what we have to do? We have to use the attribute bg color. Bg color equal to red, okay, or yellow. Set yellow. Okay. If you are setting the bg color under the table, and that color will apply in only in your table. If you are applying this attribute in body, then it will apply to your all the screen. Okay. Now we are putting the border of bg color in body, that is the yellow, and here is the light green color. For setting this, we can see the output. After writing it, what we have to do? Press Ctrl S to save the program. Whatever we are editing here, what we have edited here, we just set the attribute in between the body and the table. Well, if you are writing the bg color in table, then the color is set for the table only. If you are writing the bg color attribute in the body tab, then it will apply in a whole screen. Okay, light green. Okay, then press Ctrl S, then see the output. Open the file, then again run the code table. See, this is the table. what we are set the color, background color for the body, then it will apply in a whole this section, as you can see. And here is the, we are applying the light green color for the table. This is the div table. Okay, now see the next editing. Now we have how we are setting the border. How we are setting the border? For setting the border, you have to write the border here. You are setting the border for the table now, then you have to write into the table tag. Okay, table border equal to, write the border equal to underscore 2, and press Ctrl S and refresh this website again. Then you can see the output here. Then you are setting the border here. Okay, for setting this, we have to write height and width within the table tag, because we are setting the height and width for the table now. That's why we are writing the height attribute equal to undercodes 20%. You can set the 20%, 20%, and the width is 20%. Okay, equal to undercodes 20%. Set 20%. Then press Ctrl S to see the output. Then refresh this screen again. Then you can set, see, you can set the height and width of the table. You can also see the output. Now what we have to, now we have to set the alignment. How to set the alignment? Okay, for setting the alignment, if you want to see the heading in between center or the data in center, then you have to write the things in the TD. Okay, how we are setting the alignment for the tag? Then just we have to write the align equal to, within the TD tag you have to write the alignment equal to center. Then press Ctrl S, then see the output here. See, gel will be in the middle. Then you can set for the all thing. Press copy this text, Ctrl C, and paste in all the TD. Then you can set. Then you can see all the data within the in center. See, you can see the all the data in center. Press Ctrl S, then see the output here. See, that one is left here, and also set for the other, and also press for it here. Okay, leave it. You can do it for your practice. Now what? Now the next, that is the how to set the layout for the table. Okay, for setting the layout, what we have to do? Go to the table tag, then the table, then the set the within the table, then set the here. Okay, write the table style equal to, for setting the layout you have to write the table equal to table layout, table dash layout. This is how to set the table layout equal to double colon, then the fix. Okay, if you set this fix, then if you're writing the things more than the table strength, then this will not write. If you're writing something in anywhere, then you can write it here. If you're writing something in this and the strength is not there for the writing C, I'm written this thing, then you can see. Press Ctrl S and refresh this file. See, this will go outside the table because you set the table layout fixed. Okay, you can see the output. If you are writing the table layout, here is the fixed layout is there. If you are writing here the auto, then it automatically set the text within the table. See the output here. See, this is how we are setting the table layout. Now see the next thing, that is the this. Okay, now how to set the table spacing or border spacing. Okay, for setting the border spacing, you have to just write the border dash spacing colon 30 px. Okay, then press the Ctrl S. First remove this. This is not looking good. So for this, I will remove this. Okay, because this is not looking good. Then press Ctrl S. I am setting the border spacing here. Then see the output. See, this is the border spacing between the cell and the table. This is how you can set the table spacing or the spacing between the border. Okay, then see how to use the border collapse. As the same way, you can just write the here in place of the spacing collapse, border collapse. Okay, and here you can just write the collapse. Then press Ctrl S. Then see, all the border is collapse. There is no borders there because you are setting the collapse, border collapse. Now that is why all the borders is collapsed to each other in a single line. Okay, now the last, that is the padding. How you are using the padding. Basically padding are using in between only for the TH and TD tag, because you are setting the things where you want to firstly we have to remove this, because if you set the alignment, then this is not will apply. It is also for the center. I mean, you set the alignment for the text, and padding is also used to set the space between the text and the border. Okay, for setting the things, then where we to in the TH. Here you can see write the TH, then the style colon style equal to padding colon then the 30 px. Okay, press Ctrl S, then you can see this output here. See, you can set the things for this thing. If you are writing for the whole, only jack is set here now. If you are setting the thing for all the Smith padding for the split and then press Ctrl S and see the output again. This all are using the cell padding. Okay, if you want to use for the all, then you have to just remove this, then press Ctrl V, because I copied previously for fast speed. Okay, then press Ctrl F and see the output. Okay, this is how you are using the properties in the table. Now we are moving to our next, that is this is the last topic. Then I hope you understand all the things very well.